What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. What's that? You want to know how to unlock this simulacrum? And you ask me on almost every single video how to get this simulacrum? We're going to show you today how to get this new simulacrum in Warframe. We're going to go over what's up with it and how easily you can get it. I got cheese build for Armatus and a bunch of other stuff too, so let's get right into it. Before we do though, make sure you sub this channel. You do daily Warframe video uploads. This simulacrum is pretty easy to get if you know what you're doing, and we do lots of build guides and informational videos on this channel, so the right place for Warframe content. Before we go and show you how to get this, there's a couple little things in the simulacrum that are kind of fun. There's a little hidden area up here that I do want to show you how to get access. You shoot this reactive crystal with your amp, and there you can jump up here. Now this room right here actually is a room that can spawn in tiles in your missions too. So there's usually a bunch of like containers up here you can break for like resources. Just keep that in mind if you do see this room in a mission. You can actually open that door. Beyond that, there's a bunch of like whispering sounds and stuff. And it's got a pretty nice view from the edge of this simulacrum room. So let's go over what is going on in this place and why you actually might want this more than a normal simulacrum room. And yes, we're going to be having some build videos and discussion videos throughout the week, guys, but I get this question so much, I just think that it's time to show a cheese build for Armatus. Alright, but the big thing here, the Sanctum Simulacrum will allow you to summon enemies 25 levels above the standard maximum. So if you're MR 34 or whatever, I can get like 225s in there. And basically these other places cannot do that. These are just like normal simulacrums. This one right here allows higher enemy levels. And if you want to unlock this, it's going to require you to be playing the newest quest, Whispers in the Wall. After you beat Whispers in the Wall, you're going to be getting access to a new area of Deimos called the Sanctum Anatomica. When you go to the Sanctum Anatomica, there is a special vendor here that allows you to purchase this simulacrum. And the simulacrum is not really needed, but it's more of a bonus thing for people that want to have a little bit of a change of scenery for testing out things. Alright, so minor spoilers for sure here. We got Research Dante, and under the Research Dante area is the Sanctum Anatomica Simulacrum. It takes 75 vessel capillaries. Additionally, you can get like Captura scenes, ribbon transmitters, and the like here. How do you get these vessel capillaries? Well, I'm going to show you right now. It's going to involve you doing Armatus Disruption on Deimos. That's going to be the disruption node against the Necromech demolysts. They are not normal demolysts. They're not really meant to be one-shot. But with the build we'll show you today, you can one-shot them pretty much no problem at all. So we'll be using the combination of the Smite helmet from Oberon and the Bubble ability from Mag. The Smite ability from Oberon does percentage health damage, and Mag's Bubble makes all like nearby projectiles get pulled into the center. And that Smite ability from Oberon is like percent health damage orbs that fly around. So with Mag's Bubble, it makes them basically all forcefully pulled into the middle, and it just pretty much insta-kills the Demolist, even though they have like damage attenuation and all that stuff. So if you do it right, you can just blast that Demolist down. We're using a combination, well actually I thought I had Arcane Arachne equipped. I actually only have Vigorous Swap, but you could actually put Arcane Arachne on as well. Now this is the normal path. On the normal path you don't get as many vessel capillaries. If you want to get that simulacrum really fast, do this on the steel path, but I'd assume a lot of people that are asking about this thing might not have the steel path like fully geared out. That's why you're testing stuff in the sim. So let's go over the build and how you can actually access this stuff. And of course, it's not going to be only like there's other builds that can kind of cheese these demolysts. It's not just Mag. I feel like Mag is one of the easier ones to do because she has so many shields, so many shield regeneration sources, and it's just pretty easy with the Bubble and the Smite with her. So as far as the build we're using on Mag here, it's going to be the Smite build. No Smite infusion needed. And yes, you just saw that correctly. With this build, you can actually one-shot the Gruzzling as well. And I know I am technically on solo right now on normal path, so it's very different on steel path full squads. But technically, this build can one-shot a full player health scaling steel path demolisher as well, if you just do everything correctly. So as far as what we're running here, so in like however many minutes that was on the normal path one round, we got like what, like 12 vessel capillaries? We got 9. Okay, so on the steel path you get a lot more. So if you want to do it quickly to get that 75, I would recommend doing that on the steel path. But here we are back in the ship, or actually we're in the Cavia. So the Mag build is going to be the Smite Mag. Now as far as stats you have to mod for, you don't really have to mod for anything in particular. Just make sure you can stay alive. The biggest thing you want to have is you want to make sure you have the Vigorous Swap mod. This comes from Arbitrations. On equip, increased damage for 3 seconds. This works on some abilities. And some of the abilities it works on is Smite. So percentage health, orb damage 35%, whatever. Just buff those orbs with this. You can actually use a different arcane too. Let's see, where's that one? This one, Arcane Arachne. On wall latch, increased damage for 30 seconds. That also works on the Smite orbs. It also works on things like Styanax's spears and Garuda's blood orb. A couple other abilities too. But for the purpose of this video, it works on Smite from Oberon, the Helmet ability, which is what we really care about. Everything else, just basically making sure we can stay alive and that we can actually, sustain our ability casts. If you want to put shards on Mag for doing this, go a bunch of casting speed shards. Everything else, not really that needed. But and as you saw in the footage, we didn't really need Arcane Arachne for what we were doing. The other weapons don't matter. I have like Psychron to proc some viral. Really wasn't needed. We got the Praetos for movement speed. I'm going to have a must-have Steel Path weapons list pretty soon. The Praetos is a must-have Steel Path weapon, which does not require Steel Path to even get. So we get sprint speed and slide increase, and also parkour velocity increase. That makes us move faster through the mission, and we're having a really easy time. The attack power of this thing is not really as important as the mobility buffs are. As far as the Sentinel, again, nothing really matters here besides just Smite infusion, or just Smite, the helmet, and then also Vigorous Swap. But we've got a Equilibrium build on here with Synth Deconstruct. Enemies shocked by the Diriga will have a chance to drop orbs. And whenever we pick up an orb, it will make the Diriga come back to the dead quicker, so it's very nice to have that Diriga up almost all the time. Everything else is just really just there. It's on there to do stuff, like zapping nearby enemies, restoring your shields again. We have so many shield restores in this build. Vacuum to pick up loot, and Prime Regen to bring it back from the dead quicker. This thing will not be dead for very long, that's for sure. As far as the best Sentinel weapon for Manifold Bond and proccing a bunch of statuses, we've got the Prime Laser Rifle. Now, if you don't have a crit chance Riven, this will not work with Tenacious Bond, because we need to have over 50% critical chance on the build. So if you take off the Riven, which is going to be critical chance punch through damage minus reload, it goes to 37.5, and it will not work for Tenacious Bond. You have to have a critical chance Riven to make this weapon work. But if you have just a critical chance Riven in general, you are rewarded with having the best Manifold Bond procer in the game. Why is that? Because we have Viral, Radiation, Heat, Impact, Puncture, Slash with this build. Because we have Radiated Reload, which also drops from this area. So that's really good. That's basically as many procs as you can get from one shock of the Diriga, of course, because of course it has Electric as well. So I'd highly recommend getting a critical chance Riven for the Prime Laser Rifle. And that's basically it for the build, guys. You could just cheese those demolysts pretty easily with this build. I'm not even a maxed out mag right now. And yeah, there's other builds too, like EV Trinity should work. If you're in solo, like I believe Kalervo can work, and I've also one-shot that thing with the Glaive Prime with Garuda as well. So there's multiple options, but I'd say this is one of the easiest. Just swap weapons and then use Mag's Bubble and Smite, and it's dead. So hope you guys found this video fun and helpful. That's how you get that new Simulacrum, where you can spawn enemies at higher level, and I will see you guys in the next video. I might be live on stream tonight doing a Kuva Heck run, but not sure, because I have some stuff going on before that. Alright guys, take it easy. Peace!